In 2019, the Pošta Slovenije Group formulated its Group Energy Efficiency and Sustainable Development Strategy, which sets targets up to the year 2025 and integrates activities into all levels of business in the form of the Corporate Strategy on Sustainable Development. The principal aims of energy efficiency involve the imperative of taking steps to reduce energy consumption and to invest in new technologies with low energy consumption and renewable energy sources. The reduction of harmful CO2 emissions is also at the forefront of the company's efforts in this regard. At the corporate level, there is a special steering team that is responsible for CSR policy planning and result monitoring, which covers almost 8,000 employees and just less than 3,500 vehicles, one of the largest vehicle fleets in the country. With regard to real estate assets, which amount to some 540 buildings, a group was set up to implement and monitor projects and measures in the field of energy efficiency. By 2019, the implementation of the CSR policy had resulted in 4.9% of the fleet being electric vehicles, resulting in a 3% decrease in CO2 emissions between 2018 and 2019. 13,200,000 kilowatt-hours of energy savings in buildings over a 5-year span. Rainwater collection that saved 165,000 litres of water in 2019, 28% more than in 2018. But our ambitions don't stop here, as our main goals until 2025 are a 55% share of renewable energy resources in buildings, an increase in the share of electric vehicles in the company fleet to 46%, a 14% lower carbon footprint compared to 2018, a 6.4% reduction in overall energy consumption by building surface area compared to 2018, a 12% decrease in transport fuel consumption compared to 2018, an 8% fall in water consumption compared to 2018. Our vehicles travel about 36 million kilometers per year and consume 3.5 million liters of fuel. With the introduction of electric vehicles, we are able to reduce emissions, noise, costs. By the end of 2019, the Pošta Slovenije Group had purchased 50 electric delivery vehicles, 57 electric four-wheelers, 65 electric bicycles, 11 electric tricycles, and 3 electric scooters for its fleet. As a result, the CO2 emissions fell by 3% compared to 2018. In the coming years, our fleet electrification goals are to replace 1/3 of two-wheeled vehicles with electric four-wheeled vehicles, to equip at least 50% of pedestrian carriers with electric delivery carts, to obtain at least 50% of our electricity from renewable resources. We want to replace at least 1/3 of our light delivery vehicle fleet with electric vehicles in larger cities. By the end of 2019, Pošta Slovenije Group had a network of 540 buildings, with a total of 173,439 square meters of business surfaces. We aim to achieve efficient energy use in buildings and reduce the costs of energy consumption. Renewable energy sources are an important part of our energy policy, and all buildings are treated sustainably. From an environmental point of view, nature conservation and environmental protection with minimal negative impacts on the environment. In terms of economic efficiency, both in terms of construction and use throughout the life cycle. From a social point of view, user-friendly, healthy to stay within, and helping to maintain good social values. We envisage achieving the objectives through the following set of activities: rational and efficient use of energy, rational use of electrical devices, investment in renewable energy sources where it is rational and economically justified, solar plants, cogeneration, heat pumps, etc. Adhering to the provisions of green public procurement in obtaining goods and services, pursuing the criteria of energy efficiency. energy-efficient construction and maintenance of buildings, replacement of insulation, windows, doors, replacement of energy products used for heating and cooling, etc. Other measures, adapting the work environment, etc. The responsible waste management procedures implemented in 2019 delivered 3,132 tonnes of waste for recycling, 81 tonnes of plastic packaging from packaging foil, 197 tonnes of paper and cardboard packaging, and 303 tonnes of wood packaging from waste pallets. Data centres are large consumers of electricity, consuming about 17% of electricity in Pošta Slovenije. In 2020, we started the regulation of technical cooling at data centres in Maribor to ensure an adequate level of temperature and humidity while achieving savings in electricity consumption, ranging from 175,000 to 200,000 kilowatt-hours per litre each year. With the Energy Efficiency and Sustainable Development Strategy, Pošta Slovenije Group embraces its purpose by becoming a more environmentally friendly company by fully embedding sustainability in all of its business plans. Environmental and social goals will be managed via concrete targets and KPIs. The group's strategy is aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals and the European Green Deal.